TNA knockouts who are unrecognizable now, it certainly can't be easy to be prominently featured in front of a camera for any length of time, especially for women, who tend to be judged far more harshly on their looks, hypersexualized, and held to a different standard for their appearance than are men in similar situations. Add to that the living exaggeration that is professional wrestling, where everything is over the top, sensationalized, and made to be as visually appealing as possible, and the way one looks tends to carry way more importance than it probably should. On top of all that, in TNA, formerly known as Impact Wrestling, the name for their women's division being knockouts raises the bar even higher. The reality is, however, in wrestling just as it is in life, one simply cannot stay looking exactly the same forever. And when it comes to in-ring presentation, that might not even be a bad thing, as reinvention every now and then helps wrestlers stay fresh in the minds of the audience, evolving sometimes after time away, to help facilitate a turn from babyface to heel or vice versa, as part of gimmick change, changing promotions, or just to break the status quo with that in mind. The list we're putting forth here today is less about physical appearance and more about the evolution of these particular looks. Over the span of the careers of 4 specific talents who spent significant time in TNA before spreading their wings and branching out elsewhere, some in other corners of the wrestling world, and others to side ventures and new life experiences well outside of the squared circle. After a few one-off appearances in TNA in the early to mid-2010s under her given name, Allie finally arrived for good in 2016, first as a heel in an apprenticeship alongside Maria Kanellis, and then as a fan favorite, setting the stage for her first of 2 reigns as Knockouts champion. At the storyline wedding of Laurel Van Ness and Braxton Sutter in 2017, Allie served as ring bearer, but the ceremony went sideways when Sutter Allie's real-life husband rejected Van Ness and added a storyline love story to the real one he and Allie shared outside of the ring. Another shift in Allie's character and look came when she was intertwined in a storyline with Sue Young and Rosemary, frequenting the undead realm, getting possessed at one point, and eventually dying as part of the on-screen story. In reality, that closure took place at the end of her contract with Impact, and soon after, Allie would arrive in AEW. While at first she portrayed the Allie character for Tony Khan and company, eventually she'd align once again with Sutter, now the Blade and the Butcher, adopting the Bunny as her new character. And hey, what doesn't scream new look more than a bunny mask of broken orbital bone, unfortunately, suffered in a match against Jamie Hayter, would alter Allie's look once more toward the end of her AEW run, which finished up in late 2023. She'd make another spot appearance in TNA in May of 2025, donning the colors of her native Canada while helping to lead Team Canada at Border Brawl.